Hi, I'm John Richardson from Party X, and I'm going to tell you about our new collaborative decision-making tool, the Influence Algorithm, what it is, what makes it possible today, and how it can change the world with its unprecedented ability to democratize group decisions in a highly networked society. At its foundation, the Influence Algorithm is an online process that uses survey tools to identify fairer and more robust group decisions. It's a way of focusing collective intention that's fundamentally inclusive to marginalized voices, while ensuring the end result is fair and delivers the greatest overall benefit. The basic theory behind the influence algorithm is that the quality of a collective decision rests not only on how much support there is for the decision, but also on how much resistance there is to the decision. So, for a simple example, in a two-person group, if one person is 90% satisfied with the decision and the other is 50% satisfied, then the average satisfaction is 70%, which sounds fairly high. However, the large gap in the satisfaction between the parties means that the one that's only 50% satisfied will be unhappy with the outcome and put forth less effort in implementing it. That party might even resist it, thinking that it's unfair. A better solution would be one where the two parties were 72% and 68% satisfied, respectively. In that scenario, the average satisfaction is still 70%, but because there's more equality in satisfaction, the outcome is going to be more stable, and it will benefit from greater collaboration between the parties. The influence algorithm works by looking at the distribution of satisfaction across a group of people and taking a measure of how varied people are in their satisfaction with a potential outcome. In technical language, we refer to this as the standard deviation of satisfaction. So, for example, we can make a graph where we take the x-axis as the measure of satisfaction, from low satisfaction on the left to high satisfaction on the right. And we can take the y-axis as a measure of how many people there are for each level of satisfaction. A poor collective decision would be one where there's a large group of people who are fairly unsatisfied with the decision and a minority that's very satisfied. That decision has a high variance in satisfaction, which would result in having a low score in the influence algorithm. As a second example, a stronger decision would look like this, where people are grouped around an average satisfaction. There are some people that are very satisfied and some people that are very unsatisfied, but in general, there is much less inequality. The third example shows this even more. Here, most people are fairly close to the average. It has the same average satisfaction as the second example, but it is a fairer and more robust decision. The ability of the influence algorithm to identify collective decisions that maximize satisfaction and minimize inequality offers three major benefits. The first benefit is that it delivers inclusive decisions. Society's best current solution to the challenge of collective decision-making on a large scale is national representative democracy, which unfortunately disconnects all but a small group of professional politicians from meaningful decision-making. It operates with a low level of engagement and consensus, and its principle of majority rule means that there's always some minority that's excluded from the political process. That creates conflict and instability. And we're seeing now how this plays out on the national and international level. The influence algorithm, on the other hand, is a non-hierarchical and focused on identifying bases of unity. It ensures the desires of all participants are incorporated, and it breaks down barriers to participation. The second benefit of the influence algorithm is that it can apply to extremely large groups. One of the primary reasons the internet is so important is that it's scalable. We need processes that can deliver results irrespective of whether it is 2 people or 100 or 1,000 or even a nation. Scalability is one of the major challenges of consensus decision-making, which is not effective, unfortunately, at delivering results with groups above a certain size. The influence algorithm approaches the concept of consensus from a new angle. It looks at consensus as existing on a spectrum, where no decision has perfect agreement, but where we can distinguish between decisions as having more or less fairness, depending upon measures of inequality. The third benefit of the influence algorithm is that it's inherently flexible. It's highly adaptable to a range of groups and applications, and it can apply to everything from coalition building to uniting social movements. It can apply to contract arbitrations, to shareholder meetings, and it can even apply to organizational governance. I hope you're as excited as we are about Party X and the role of technology in building a fairer and stronger democracy. We look forward to hearing from you if you're interested in technology collaboration, investment, and movement building. For more information about Party X and how to contact us, please visit www.partyx.com. Thanks.